All right, guys, I have a question from an advice column, and I will read it to you guys.
We can't give advice because it's legally wrong, but we'll give suggestions.
Your opinion?
Opinions, yeah.
Okay, here we go. It says, I've been dating a guy for 9 months and totally fell for him. Through a conversation, I found out his ideal life is to have a main and 2 side women. What he previously forgot to mention is that he's already doing this and has been having sex with others, but I'm the main, and he just wants variety in his sex life. What do I do? Should I be proud that I'm the main or hurt that he isn't happy with just me? I don't want a poly relationship, but I don't want to lose him either.
Can't have both, girl. What the fuck?
First of all, he forgot to tell you.
Yeah.
He was
Understand.
so deep in some pussy, he forgot.
Oh, I forgot.
And she's the main. What more does she want?
I don't know, monogamous relationship? Is that too much to ask for? I don't know.
Oh, I see.
You know.
She wants him to quit the other ones.
She wants him to be something that she can't have him be. Like, he doesn't want that because his ideal life is to have more than one woman. And
Yeah, it kind of sucks for her though that he didn't open up with this in the
then
beginning.
now she fell for him.
Yeah, because that's kind of trickery.
I think it sucked that she's not supporting his dreams.
You don't think it's wrong that he kept this from her and then now, when 9 months in, now it just surfaces?
You don't
That's
think it's wrong
probably fucked up,
that
too.
she's trying to control him and his ideals?
I mean, she's very rigid and conservative, and that's
Yeah.
too bad.
And she's getting all of her needs met, so why does she want him?
She's not getting her needs met.
What would her needs?
Don't
Her
you
needs
believe-
are that she would like to have her man to herself.
I mean, but don't you think you should always support your partner no matter what?
Yes.
Especially if you want them to live their passions.
Exactly.
Or if they do it, okay, I think what they need to do to solve this is to have an experiment, right? So you write down, what do you want from your man? And then so he's like, okay, cool, monogamous period. And then so he's the monogamous man that she always dreamed of, right? And then she's like, okay, cool, this is awesome, this is what I've always loved. Now you introduce the variable. So he brings in one side chick, right? Did this main relationship change? She's like, nope, you're just as good as before. Then you can have one. And now you introduce the second one, and then finally you can transition your way back.
But what if it's not that black and white, where it's not about just the relationship between the two of them, but then for her it also feels like, well, whether or not we're good one-on-one, the fact that you are still being with other people and might possibly bring something into this relationship, I'm not okay.
Why is she peeking behind the curtains?
What the fuck,
Was she
Bart?
checking my phone?
Yeah, why is her?
Because the only thing that changed is her knowledge. She was totally fine and happy up until the point that she found out there were 2 other women.
Her fault she found out.
So it's her fault that she's upset that she was being deceived.
You got me there. That's your one argument. I mean, what are we gonna do? We can just sit here and say, "Wow, this guy sucks."
Yeah,
We
exactly.
had to fuck around a little bit.
Well, I mean, in her like she still wants a man that wants to fuck around. So that's what I don't get.
Yeah.
Because if I was in her shoes and I heard that immediately, I'd be like, well, I love the dude, but that's not the life that I want.
Yeah.
And if he still wants to fuck around, he's not ready for a steady relationship.
Well, he's
So-
straight up been cheating on her 100% wholesale
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
multiple chicks. And then he's
Well,
like,
you don't know what he told her.
This is my lifestyle, baby.
It sounds like the polyamorous stuff. That sounds like it's an excuse to be cheating. I don't know if that's really.
Unless it's agreed upon ahead of time.
That's not cheating if it's, if
Right.
you walked into it knowing.
Yeah.
Because he must have told her, or basically she's under the impression that they're in a relationship, a monogamous, like, loving relationship, right? But that means the way he framed it, the way that he dated her, the way he approached her wasn't like, hey, I want to love you and fuck you, but fuck other girls. It was more like, I'm looking at you as dating you, getting with you, marrying you maybe. You know, it's like the frame was all fucked up.
Dude,
like
this
that.
cat was like sitting at dinners with her and shit. And he's like, so what's your favorite movie? What's your favorite like TV show? What's all this stuff? And then she's like, oh, do you have any other questions for me? He's like, no. Like he could have told her at any point what his ideal lifestyle was. I'm sure he talked about his parents, all kinds of stupid shit that had nothing to do with anything.
Oh, by the way, I fuck a lot of other girls.
Yeah. Like
you
just be
coulda
straight
fucking
up.
Or what if he tried? You know, he's like you should see a dog walker. you see that dog with like 8 dogs? That looks like a very happy life. So you tried so many times to imply it.
Just fucking spineless,
But
Bart.
she's just so blind that she can't see all the
that's
clues.
spineless. Like, be straight up.
Hey, baby, I bought donuts. And he's like, oh, you don't want just one?
And one of the donuts is a big one, right? And the other ones are little small ones.
That's the main donut.
Donut and the donut holes around it.
The other ones, they're just fillers.
She's just not getting it, I think.
No, she's a little dense.
The funny thing is she's asking for advice as if like
And it breaks my heart.
people are gonna.
I know.
You know what she's really asking for is, do you think I can change him and he'll?
Yeah, you see that all the time, right?
That's the
People
part that
always
sucks,
like
man.
the idea of somebody more than the actual person. Because she's essentially like, yeah, I love him, but I just don't like who he is.
Exactly.
I love him, but not who he is. That's
On the nose, man.
I love him, but I don't like who he is.
Yeah.
She doesn't have the courage to just end it.
Yeah, I think that's why she's on this advice column. I think she's asking for a little bit of strength from other people or some confidence to kind of carry on or to end it.
So what if all of the women here on the forum are side pieces and they're like, girl, you don't know how good you got it. You're the main one.
And they're all dating that same guy.
Ready for them.
What if they all were like, you are so ungrateful, you bitch, you are the main one. They like, you know, he spends all this time with you. He gives you his emotions. We're out here fucking, and then.
Oh, they're like, what's his name? Oh my God, he says I'm the main. He says I'm the
Oh
main.
my God.
I'm sure that happens too.
That's true.
They're like, hey, you're the side, okay? All right, love you. Bye. Like, who says that?
Yeah. All right, do you guys want me to read the response from the
Absolutely.
Yes.
Okay, this one says, to zero in on what he previously forgot to mention, no, just no. Move along, find someone who not only wants what you want, but who can communicate transparently about what he's up to. The slightly longer answer, should and feelings together in the same sentence make me nervous. You should feel how you feel. Your emotional response is legitimate and valuable no matter what that response is. You might be feeling a little bit all of the above. Actions are where we get into should territory. Sometimes we meet wonderful people who aren't a match for us due to one fundamental opposition or another. You don't want a poly relationship. That's okay. It's not for you. Don't force yourself. You aren't going to be happy in a relationship structure that isn't within the bounds of what you want.
This is a really long reply to say, fuck this guy.
There's actually a whole nother paragraph I decided not to read.
Wow, like they don't know how to summarize. They're just pointing out the obvious. This reminds me of a situation that happened to one of my close friends. I didn't know during this, she told me after the relationship, but I didn't know that she was in a relationship where she was being completely lied to by the guy, but all the evidence points to she was the side piece, right? So the guy is with a woman, having a kid with this woman, right? But he swears this isn't serious,
Huh?
and he's with my friend, right? And then he claims that he's gonna leave this lady that has his kid, but you know he's kind of finding the right time because there's a kid there.
Also, timing's really important.
Right.
And the subtle evidence that she was a side piece was that he had a whole other family.
Wow.
Right. Well,
The family's a side piece.
well, she bought him a car, right? She helped him with his business, right? On top of that, she moved in a block away from him and got an apartment there,
Okay, she's kind of scary.
right?
Well, he probably is like, yo, there's apartments right next to me.
Right, where she
He's
just
gonna-
stayed there on her own fucking dime, right? Right, and I'm all like, damn, dude, you fucking postmated your pussy to him and you paid for it.
Yep.
And you have no idea. She goes, no, but you don't understand. Like, when we go out in public, like, he
got the door for me.
He introduced
pays for my McDonald's.
as his girlfriend to his friends, and I'm all like, guys will fucking do that though, and then say, hey, guess what? This is my girlfriend.
Don't tell my wife.
Don't tell me. Yeah, what the fuck? Like, I'm like, man, I was like, honestly, it's good you got away from that shit because you were just a side piece. Like, you don't get it. She goes, no, I was the main one. And I'm like, damn, dude.
She thought she was the
Why wasn't she living with him then, you know?
Because there was a kid. And she had a fucking car seat in her car because for the kid. For some other girl's kid.
Wow.
How was this not on Maury?
They didn't call in with the
And
story.
it's, to me, what blows my mind is she's highly fucking successful
she
herself.
hot?
she's alright. Like I would say,
Sounds like a problem.
I'm glad you're wearing sunglasses for that. I bet your eyes were like,
it depends on who you're talking to.
okay.
It depends on who you're talking to. It's difficult for me to say she's banging and smoking because she's like a sister to me.
Oh, I got you.
You don't know if her sister's banging or smoking?
Well, unless they're Carmen Electra or like someone for sure.
I've said it before. My sister's hot as fuck.
Yeah, as a brother with a sister, you can register that your sister. Because I don't have a sister, so I wouldn't know.
If my sister was average, I think she's ugly as fuck.
And-
Unless she's like smoking and undeniable, I think that's different.
And my sister had a kid, had 2 kids, filled out. Her ass looks better than ever. And you can quote me on that.
And no wonder the porn today is made for Steve.